I'm gonna have to say, yeah.
Hey everyone, what's happening? Lex back today, and we are going to be going over all of the information that is coming in this update here in Brawl Stars, and namely the stuff that isn't coming. Oof. Alright, so Brawl Talk was just released. Let's go over what we found out in Brawl Talk, and I will cover my opinions on things that are coming and not coming. But first of all, let's jump right into everything that is going to be coming to Brawl Stars very soon. Alright, so on your screen right now, you can see a list of all the things that are coming to Brawl Stars in this update. Now, this may look like a small amount of things, and in some ways it is, but we're going to get to my opinion on everything after I go through all the changes. First off, the game is going landscape. Yeah, that's right. The game is going to get completely tilted on its side. You are going to play in a completely different way now. It's pretty cool. I mean, actually, the landscape looks really nice. I was really excited when Ryan told us that this was going to be happening, and when I got to play it, the way that the game looks, I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan of it. We'll get to more detailed opinions after this, but the game's going landscape. It's turned on its side. That means you're going to be able to see wall to wall, completely wall to wall. You are zoomed out a little bit, and the camera's tilted a little bit as well, so that you'll be able to see the end of your shots if you're playing a longer range brawler. So no longer will it cut off the end. Kind of goes on with number 6, but we'll get there as well. Secondly, the controls. The controls are different. If you are a tap to move player, rip power bank. If you're a tap to move player, you're going to have to learn how to play some other way, because there will be no more tap to move. It is purely joystick. And along the same lines, if you are a person who taps to shoot, like if you just, want a quick shot, like you're hitting Piper shots, that's gone as well. That is my biggest rub of everything. We're going to get to that as well, but I'm just saying that the way that you aim now is with a joystick. You aim, and when you release it, your shot goes off. You can also tap the control, and it does like an auto attack, right? It just locks onto whoever is the person, the brawler that is closest to you. You'll see here, look at the graphic on screen right now. This is from the Brawl Talk. You can see that one person kind of turns to a red color. When they turn to that red color, that's who you're targeting at the moment. So if you were to tap your auto attack, your shot would shoot at that person who has the red target on them the instant that you tap it. Now, the bad side of that is that unless somebody's coming right at you, directly away from you, or standing still, you're not going to hit them. With like a long-range brawler with Piper or Brock or Ricochet, you're not going to hit them. So the auto attack is kind of pointless there. However, it does have some uses, like the closer range brawlers, Shelly and Bull and Nita. Spike does okay. The brawlers that do real well really close up, Daryl, it actually works for those. Like if you're going to be right up in someone's face anyways, it's actually in some ways better than just aiming if you're not really good with aiming. But yeah, so you're going to have to aim with the joystick, or you can tap the joystick and it does an auto attack. You can also kind of flick the joystick in whatever direction you want to shoot, and it'll shoot off that. It's kind of like how tap to move players have to kind of drag and just push it towards the brawler. It's similar to that-ish, not completely, but it's somewhat similar. So those are 3 ways that you can shoot, but you can no longer tap to shoot where you're wanting to go, and that's kind of a bummer. We'll get into my thoughts on that. That's my biggest rub of this entire update, but we'll get there. All right, so Brawler Progression. That has completely changed as well.
And how this is going to work is basically, if you're familiar with Royale, it'll be very similar to that. Forget what you know about coins, and what's going to happen is you'll be able to upgrade your brawlers with power points and coins. This is a new resource with the old name. So you'll still have brawl boxes, and those will still be opened with something, not coins. And out of these brawl boxes, you'll get power points for specific brawlers. So you could get like 20 Colt power points or 30 Shelly power points, something like that, and you'll get some coins. Then, when you have enough of those, you can upgrade your brawler once with the power points and with the coins.
And the reason they did that, and they say that here in the Brawl Talk, was that they felt like players had to make a ton of really small choices, but no really big, meaningful choices. And I can see that. So the shop is also different. The shop, you can actually buy progression. What do I mean by that? Okay, so let's say you want to upgrade Colt. I don't know why you'd want to do that. But let's say you wanted to upgrade Colt and you were just short of the power points that it took to upgrade him to the next level. You could go into the shop and you could buy those power points with your coins. And even cooler than that is that you can actually buy your star power in the shop now. That's pretty cool. So you don't have to wait forever for this to drop. You can go ahead and go over to the shop, spend your coins on your star power. What else is new? There's some other small features, like there's a kill animation. I'm going to show you this again right here. You'll notice whenever they kill somebody, it doesn't just have a little bubble in the left-hand side or top left or top right that says Lex killed Despotic. It's going to happen. It has a cool little animation where it has like a picture of your brawler and with your name underneath it, and then it'll say that that you killed this other brawler with their name underneath it, and it even shows you like how many stars you gained off of it or something like that. It's pretty cool if you're in Bounty. There's iPhone and iPad optimization. iPhone 10 and iPad optimization. So the way they do it, there will be gray bars at the top and the bottom for an iPad, and on the left and the right for an iPhone. And so what that leaves you with is this gray area. As you can see the map, but like if a brawler were to go into that area, then it kind of like they fade away like they're going into the bushes, so you can't really see them. And the same masks are on the iPhone, so the actual playable area, viewable area in the center is going to be the same across all devices. So there's going to be no advantage to play on an iPhone or an iPad. It's all going to be the same. That's really cool. I mean, there are some other little small changes, like a new S&G map, some voice acting, that kind of stuff, but we'll get into all the other small details that weren't mentioned in Brawl Talk, because I can't really go over all of those unless they were mentioned in Brawl Talk, and there's really not much. They're just small little things. What you're seeing is the bulk of what you're getting, so just don't pin your hopes on anything else but what you see right here and now. All right, so let's go over what we didn't get in this update, and here comes the bummer. Okay, so in the Brawl Talk video, if you haven't seen it already, you ought to go see it. Go check it out, because in the Brawl Talk video, there was a moment in there where I kind of gave the dev team a hard time. Here, I'll just show it for you guys.
So there's no global, there's no new brawler, there's no new game mode. I'm gonna have to say, yeah. All kidding aside, though, I know it's a lot of work, but over the past few months, what have you guys been doing to, getting ready? Is it mainly been spent on landscape, or?
All right, so I did the old oof thing for a reason. I absolutely knew that everybody was going to be disappointed that there weren't like new brawlers, new game modes, no spectating and replays, no global. There was a lot of stuff that people were really wanting that you're not getting, not this update. So I did that for a few reasons. One, it was a joke. I wanted to make a joke, and I wanted to add some levity to the conversation because, clearly you can see that we're all not really jazzed and super excited, because it's like, yeah, we've got something. It's very cool that we've turned a landscape and it looks nice, but it was kind of a letdown. There's no new brawlers and no all this other stuff that we really wanted, game modes, events, and new maps, just that one and lots of other stuff. So I wanted to be a voice for you guys. Honestly, that's the biggest reason why, is because I knew that you guys would have the same reaction. You guys would have the same thought processes. Where the crap is all of our new content? They've changed a ton and they've reworked a lot of things, but as far as pure new content, you're really not getting any. So I wanted them to answer, what have you guys been doing the past few months? Because I know that it's a lot of work for them to get all this stuff, change the landscape, and make it all right. I understand that's a lot of work, and I know you guys probably do too. If you really are truthful about it, it doesn't make it any easier of a pill to swallow. It still sucks that you didn't get any new content, that we didn't get any new content. However, I think that we can all wrap our heads around the idea that they needed to make this change because this is what they felt like was going to be the best thing for the game. To do that, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of recoding. They had to redo almost everything. So they just didn't have time to put in a bunch of new content. And while, again, that doesn't make it any easier for us to accept, that it doesn't make it an easier pill to swallow, I think we can wrap our heads around the idea that if this is the best thing for the game moving forward, that it needed to be done. And here's the good part, is that now that this is done, we're going to be able to move forward and get updates better and quicker, hopefully quicker, maybe not quicker, but they're going to be able to, really pour in the new features, the new content from here on out. And they alluded to that and straight up said it here in the Brawl Talk in a few places.
is right now our art team is really focusing on the character models and getting all of the current ones up to par. That way, if and when we decide to go global, we can make more skins, we can make them quickly, we can do a lot more.
So let's go over just my gut reactions to the main things that were changes. Landscape mode. I like it. I think it looks really nice again. I think that it was a good change, and I am all for the landscape. I think that, again, it's going to take a little bit of adjustment period to get used to it, but I think once we're used to the actual landscape, and I don't think it takes that. The biggest thing that changes with the landscape is that you're zoomed out and the camera's tilted, the game feels slower. The whole game feels slower. It really does. But you're not going to have anybody sneaking up on you from the sides, and you're going to be able to see the ends of your shots, and you'll see more of the map. I think it's a very good change. I really like it. So, landscape, boom, thumbs up. I am all for the landscape. Now let's talk about my biggest flaw in this update. I don't even know if I could say a flaw, but a thing that I personally am not a super fan of, and that's the controls. Controls to me are the heart and soul of how you interact with a game, right? I mean, a game is just something on a screen unless you can interact with it, and you interact with it by the controls. My gut reaction when I first did use the controls were, I hate it. I did not like the controls. Now, the more I played it, a little bit more easy it became. It became easier and easier, and I still never got to the point where I felt really comfortable with it, although I only played it for maybe cumulative 5 hours. But the controls, again, if you tap to move, rip, because your control method just got completely killed. And almost everybody's control method got killed as far as shooting goes, because you can't tap to shoot anymore. And quick reaction shots, they depend on that tapping really quickly to shoot, and you can't do that anymore. You pretty much have to nonstop aim or use the auto shot, which, again, frankly, doesn't work for the long-range brawlers. It only works for the close-up brawlers. I will say this. Don't take my word for it. When you get the update, try it out for yourself. Really give it an honest shot. See if you like it, see if you don't like it. I don't know. You may love it. I hope you do. I hope you get it and you think, man, this is freaking awesome. This is the best control I've ever played. I really, truly, honestly, with all my heart, hope you love it. I didn't. It's going to take some time, at least for me. I hope you guys pick it right up. But above all, if you're not a fan of it, please go on Reddit, go through the support, and let them know that you're not a fan of the controls. Or likewise, if you say, man, I love this, give them some positive feedback as well. Tell me you love it. Yeah, great. Thank you so much for this because I really enjoy it. Whatever you feel, be sure to let them know because it's important for them to get feedback. All right, Brawler Progression. What do I think about Brawler Progression? I'm kind of like, whatever, you know. I didn't mind making all the choices. Of course, I was all max, so I just gemmed them all anyway. But here on my free-to-play account, I'm slowly working my way through them, and I'm fine with it the way it is. But I can absolutely see their point of view is that if you're a new player and you're not really familiar with everything and you didn't see it go from the ground up, that you'd be like, holy crap, I can make so many choices. What the heck do I do? I get that. I'm kind of like, it's whatever on the progression system. It looks really nice. I like that they have the skins and your upgrades, everything all in one screen. That's really cool. And I think that's one good thing about landscape as well is that there's a lot more screen real estate. So in the future, if they wanted to add more things, like callouts or new attack buttons or different animations or different stuff, there's plenty of room for that now. So I think that is a good thing. So that's going to wrap it up for the information today. There will be some more information coming. But again, this is pretty much it. There's some other small details that weren't really mentioned in Brawl Talk. But it's nothing really to write home about. But we'll be sure to bring you all that information when we get that as well, or when we're able to tell you. So you guys let me know in the comments down below, what's your first feeling? What is your first gut feeling? Are you disappointed? Are you really excited to play the landscape? Let me know how you're feeling in the comments down below. I want to hear your opinion. So that's going to wrap up this update video. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. And as always, until next time, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Lex out.